Hey guys, this is Konam here from Konam Trading. Thank you guys for coming to my channel and deciding to watch this video. And I'm sure your trading is about to change from what you're going to learn here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking to you on liquidity voids. Liquidity voids. This is a price action trading strategy that if you encompass and if you add, you could add it to your you could add it to confluence strategy, and you would profit from it. So guys, without wasting time, let's get into it. So we'll be talking on liquidity voids. Talking on liquidity voids right here. So as you can see, liquidity voids, what are they? Liquidity voids, these are price sprints. What I mean by price sprints, maybe if I open to you on yes, like this, you can see from this area. This is from my 1 hour. You can see by what the candles has done here. The candles sprinted. This is what we call a price sprint, having price to sprint up to that's a sharp run, having a sharp run by the candles, a price sprint, having price to sprint, and having it to race to the either to the upside but or to the downside in very large candle, in very big, in huge candles with big bodies, as you saw on H1. This is on the on the M15, but still we do have them. We do have them. You can see here. Still have them, and you have the gap. The gap encompasses for this whole area, and we do have another one right here. So we do have it. So on H1 time frame, this area, this whole area it's a sharp run. It's a price sprint by the market, by the price action. So we call it it encompasses informing the liquidity void trade. It is also formed by inefficient price action with very little to no wicks. So these are inefficient price action. Inefficient price action is just price action with candles, with is just price action with large candles, with large range candles that leaves no wick and even gaps. You get, that's why you can even see a gap in there, a gap here, but then on the H1 time frame it's just one big candle. So it just simply means that this whole area, we can just say that we have one big candlestick up to. So you can imagine that this is a large range candlestick. It's a big bodied candles, the big candle, a huge candlestick with a big body. So this is what encompasses the liquid voids. Inefficient price action. So efficient price action is just price action that has candles with wicks that shoots up and down, just like this area right here. Just like this area right here. You can see it is wicks and that goes up and down. This is what we call efficient price action. That's the efficient price action. Let me change the color. That's the efficient price action there. This is the efficient price action. So that's the inefficient price action, where we have large range candlesticks, and inefficient is candlesticks with plenty wicks that runs up and down. So and sometimes there even gap on the inefficient price action. So yeah, so as you can see right now, my price is lying on my key resistance. So that's my key resistance all the way from H1 time frame. You can see there's resistance here, support, resistance, support. So so these are my trades from my back testing that I would have taken from my back testing. So this actually is a software, it's a back testing software that I'm using right here. So that's my key resistance all the way from H4. I have it on H1, M30, and M15. So that's my key resistance. Where did I put the other? That's my key resistance right there. I don't know where they are, but we had talked about them. So we described the liquidity voids, so they have no use now. So if you just want them, you can rewind your video. So guys, let's get into it. These liquidity voids have to be filled. Price have to make sure that it always fill them. So, or it always rebalances the liquidity void. So this whole area is a liquidity void from the, because it hasn't been filled. This whole area is liquidity void because it hasn't been filled. It hasn't been filled in, from that area to this area. So this area we can simply call it a base, where we have price, where we are expecting the liquidity void to come and balance, to rebalance. We are expecting the liquidity void to be rebalanced up to this area that is known as the base of the liquidity void. So you just use this indication of the liquidity void in confluence with your other strategies, like what we talked about yesterday in yesterday's video. I'm going to link it on bearish order block. You just use it in confluence with that, any other strategy that you might be using. It still works. Liquidity void is a liquidity void. It still is a liquidity void. So let's get into it. So as you can see that we are now looking for other confluence. So as you know, for confluence, so since this is our key resistance area, we're now looking for the largest up close candlestick pattern, the largest up close candle with a reasonable body candlestick. So, and that becomes this area right here. This is our largest up close right here. That's our largest up close. So so we are now waiting for us to take our short position, because since we have our liquidity void to the downside and our key resistance area and our best here, that will be our take profit, and our stop loss will be right above this bearish order block for our confluence. We're now waiting for price action to move in our line. So yeah, price left the best. Okay, it must be because of a weekend. There would be a weekend. So yeah, so you can see that it is being filled bit by bit up to this area. It has been filled. That's how it will be filling. So I'll be using this green area, showing you price has been filled. So even if you decide to put this on another time frame, you can see that it has been filled also on this side. So I'll be just using this green box to indicate, to show to you the liquidity void being filled. So let's go back to our 15-minute. Let's close this area here. Let's continue. So price is now moving back towards our bearish order block. That's what you're expecting. Okay, so it was filled some more. So it's getting smaller and smaller, right? So our liquidity void is being covered bit by bit. It has to be covered bit by bit. So let me update on the 1 hour time frame. So you can see it didn't update it. Come back to our M15. Close here. So we're now waiting and anticipating for our bearish order block, our trade to be activated around that area where we have our bearish order block. So price is spiking into it. So we said the midpoint, our entry will be in the midpoint of the midpoint of the largest up close candlestick, that the candle that consists that the bearish order block consists of. So let me just make this line straight. So this is how you do it, guys. This is how you do it exactly. This is just how you do it. You back test. After you back test this, you're going to see that it's actually a real thing. So you're not waiting for a trade to be executed. As you can see, price triggered. Our trade will be right here. The trade has been triggered, and it will be just like this. It will be just like this. Entry will be right here. Make it perfect to sync with the colors, and our stop loss will be right here. I want to show to you how profitable this is. So I just had to minimize right there. So take our stop loss will be right there. So you can simply imagine the risk to reward ratio. So our best area is right here. This is where our take profit will be. So let's see if price gets up to this area. This is our best area. This is where our take profit area. This is where our take profit is. So you can see how ridiculous this strategy is. Just like this. Imagine the risk reward ratio. This is like so the trade entry would be by what's it called? Our what do we call it? Our our limit order, a sell stop. That's how we would have entered a sell limit. I mean, a limit order. That's how we would have entered this trade. So this is up to 143 pips. So that's you can imagine this, guys. 143 pips. A 143 pip trade. So this is actually really profitable, and if you use it to your advantage, you actually make money from this. 143 pips. So yeah, so now let's since our trade has been executed and the stop loss is just 13 pips, 14, let's just say 14 pips. So it's a 1:10 trade. 1:10 trade, you can imagine that, guys. So you can see. So I'm just going to play it. So you can actually play with this software. You can actually play the price action. Okay, let's increase some speed on it. So you can see price is sprinting to the downside, and it's now in the midway as of now. And let's check our liquidity void. It has been covered up to this area, and so now only this part is left. This part, let's put it here so that it doesn't sync with it. So only this part of the liquidity void is covered. All this area has been covered. Incoming mail. Okay, you can see it's covered it up to this part. A bit of ups, and you can see done. You can see it's now invisible. The liquidity void has been covered. So that's how you trade the liquidity void. Done. Take profit hit. So guys, that's how you trade the liquidity void in confluence with what you learned yesterday on the bearish order block and the key resistance. So confluence is key. Confluence is key, guys. Confluence is key. Confluence is key. So you just need to use your confluences and make money from this. So you can clearly see this on the 1 hour time frame. You can see that it has been filled and it doesn't exist no more. No more of the liquidity void. It has been filled, and the price have has rebalanced has rebalanced the liquidity void and the candles has been filled. So that's how you trade it. So you can see if you just try to continue playing. So liquidity void, if you try to back test them, you can see here we have a liquidity void. It was filled. Let's use a light color, like lime. It has been filled. Let's try to look for another pair. You can see here it has been filled. So guys, this is always price has to be filled. Liquidity has to be filled. You can see here it has been filled. It is always filled. You can see here, ooh, this was a big move on the liquidity. It was filled. So always, guys, you can try to backtest this on your own. You'll see that price is always filled. This one was a big one again, right here, and it was filled. You can see it was filled. It is always filled, guys. It is always filled. I repeat, this one again, it was filled. Go back to price on any price chart, whether this is a stocks, whether you're opening on stocks or whatever chart. Find the liquidity void and see if it is not filled, and find the liquidity void and see if it is not filled. If it doesn't feel, come back to me. I will give you something. I will reward you with something. I'll give you this software that I used to backtest here for free. I'll give it to you for free. So guys, thank you for watching. Please, if you're new here, please kindly smash the subscribe button. If you are a regular here, thank you for always supporting, and please smash the like button so that we grow and you also attract more videos like this on your recommended section. So guys, I love you all. Thank you for your support. And if you want this software, I left my contact, my Telegram contact in the description. Get in touch with me, then we talk. Thank you.